Hey guys, thank you for joining this video. This will possibly be a little uncomfortable or triggering for some people, so stay tuned. You might pull something good from it. If you don't like it, click off. Really doesn't matter. The people that stick around are the people that I want to speak out to. So if you've seen in the title, likely I put something catchy, right? Like traumas make you stronger, or use your trauma for strength, something like that. I don't know yet because I didn't post a video until now. But basically, a lot of people are very timid, they're very shy, they're very scared of traumas and events that happen to them. Bad relationships, bad friendships, bad coworkers, things that happened in their childhood, being bullied, being picked on. And either they hold back and hide those things, they never address what happened to them and how it affected them, or some people use it as a victim card and they always whip it out with, following a reason of why they're not doing good in life. Well, victim card, boom, this happened to me, that happened to me. And I get it, right? I get it. No one wants to really flip over the rock and see all the ugly stuff underneath. You just want to leave it there, not look at it, and not acknowledge it. But it's not a healthy thing, and it's not a good thing. So, a practice and a way of being optimistic with things that happen to you in your life. And trust me, I'm not immune to shit happening. I've been through some shit in my life and had people take advantage of me, have been wronged, been in bad friendships, bad relationships. I've had things happen in my childhood, just normal human existence stuff. Like, it happens to all of us. And I know what it's like. Like, I can relate to you guys if you feel like you've been wrong and, you get angry thinking about a past event that, you wish you did something different, or it's not fair because someone took advantage of you and you're a good person. And I get it. It's a shitty feeling, right? But nothing really changes that. Being in that loop of thinking about all the results that could have been, the what ifs, the I should have done this, or I should have known better. And you sometimes we beat ourselves up because it's like, how do you fall for that? How do you let that person treat you that way? And there's like a whole huge like disparity between, like, it's like you separate from you currently and your past self, and you beat your past self up where that's still a part of you, So you got to have more self-love reflecting on those past memories. But the best method that I found is you got to acknowledge those things that happen to you. And I know it's not comfortable, trust me. It's sometimes one of those things where you just want to put in the back of your mind because you got your day-to-day shit you got to take care of. You got other things going on in your life, and turning over and pulling the veil on old memories and old bad traumas is not fun. It's uncomfortable. It actually elicits reactions from your body, and that's how intense it can be. So take some time, like, if you want to practice this, and they're, really things that have affected you immensely. Do this when you have some time alone, where you could not feel like if you cry or if you get choked up that you feel judged by others. Find a nice quiet place. Be by yourself a little bit. Silence, no music, no YouTube, no background noise, no Netflix, just you. And just actually, be out in nature. That'd be the most soothing kind of healing atmosphere. Park, woods, mountain, wherever you got nature, beach, go there, right? And then think about something you went through that troubled you, whether it was like, the most common is usually relationships, because they hold a lot of trauma with people. And if you think of a relationship where you felt like you were wronged, or you've been cheated on, or the person took advantage of you, think about it, feel it, but then talk to yourself and be like, all right, that event happened. There's nothing I can do to go in the past to change it. It is what it is. What can I pull beneficially from this event? What has it done to me since that happened? And it takes this dark, gray energy, this trauma, right? Or sadness, or whatever you have associated with this event, relationship, what have you, and flips it to try to be more optimistic and positive and find something good that came from it. So say if you were in a bad relationship and things were rough, there was a lot of yelling, a lot of fights, and it did cause some trauma for you, right? A way you could look at it in a positive note is, all right, we fought a lot. What caused the fights? Maybe it was a lack of communication. Okay, well, there's a clue right there. Maybe I'll get better at communicating, which will benefit me in the future regardless if that relationship is over in the past, or it will help me in the new relationship. Or you had an unhealthy friendship and they were rough on you and they pushed you around and took advantage of you, and you got to a point where you're like, no, fuck this. And it was a traumatic friendship, but what it did was fortify you and help you build a backbone and stand up for yourself and be like, no, this is over. I'm not having this anymore. So anytime you got these traumas, just try to find some kind of positivity or something you could spin on it. And I know, some people are going to get so angry hearing that, because some of you guys might have went through some really dark shit, right? And I get it. It's hard to pull anything positive out of there's some events, I'm not going to, I don't want to really list them out in a video, but there's some stuff out there, I get it. It's really rough to get over, and just thinking positive is like, oh, here's another YouTube self-development guy that's like, oh yeah, just think positive, I get it, trust me. But at the end of the day, it's in the past, and you gotta move on from it. And you gotta deal with it, because ignoring it is not gonna help you, and shoving it down and hiding it is not gonna help, and using it as a victim card is definitely not gonna help. So when you have those events and those traumas and those things, try to just look at it from whatever angle. Separate it from yourself, hold it in your hand, and look at it, right? And be like, what can I pull from this that when I look back and I think of that event, I'm like, no, I'm not going to go down that path because I acknowledged the negative, but here's the positive. And that's kind of the biggest aspect of this practice, is those events and those traumas that bother you, they'll come up from time to time. They'll muster up. And with time, it will subside. But when it's kind of fresh, or something it was really deep, and it's going to take some time to heal from, there might be songs, there might be events, there might be thoughts, or you just might be sitting by yourself and it pops up into your mind where that event, that trauma comes back up. And what you do with this practice, by finding that positive aspect, is you circumvent the negative being apparent and right there in your face. Because what'll happen is the event will come up, you'll be like, oh shit, and you start thinking about it, and immediately your brain will be like, negative, 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 this thing happened, that, and that hurt so bad, and this person, that, and you go down this rabbit hole. But by having that backstop of the positive thing that you found, or the optimistic viewpoint, you can see that negative thing pop up and be like, oh, hold on. The benefit I got from that is now I got a better backbone. The benefit I got from that is now that I know how to communicate, I've practiced, and my relationship now is way better than that relationship. The benefit I got from being bullied is I learned how to defend myself. And once you think of that positive, then that becomes the forefront in your mind, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember. And then the trauma, the event, the thought kind of subsides, because when you think of the positive thing, your brain's like, oh yeah, okay, move on, right? But for some reason, when negativity comes up, it lingers. It's like a dark cloud, it just looms around your head and just sticks around. It's like, yeah, here's this negative thing, and oh, remember that thing, and yeah, fuck that person because they fucked you, woo. And it's strange. I don't know why. It's just this energy, this force that you gotta dissipate with the positive aspect. Because when you find the positive aspect, it doesn't loom around. It breaks away that negative cloud and that negative energy that will circle around you and help you see your life and be in the moment and be present again, where you can move on and carry that energy with you. So, to recap, if you got some events and things that happened to you in the past, or stuff you're stuffing down that's negative, you don't want to think about it, or you get angry about it, go somewhere out in nature and sit in some silence and think about those events. Look at it from a different perspective. Try to be optimistic and try to find something, even if it's minuscule, that's positive that you could pull from that benefited you today, that you can say, I went through this hard thing, but now I gained this skill, I've gained this education, I learned the hard way, but now I won't let it ever happen again, or whatever the lesson may be. And I promise you, once you find that thing, always have that be associated with a trauma or event. So when that trauma or the event pops up into your mind, it goes from that negative and switches right to the positive, because you remember the positive thing that you gained from it, and boom, then you could go about your day and life. It just makes things easier to get through. So I hope you pulled something great from this video. Love you guys. Take care. Subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get notified anytime a new video is posted, and leave a comment below. I've been getting a lot of good comments, so I appreciate you guys. You've been awesome. A lot of really insightful comments, and I dig it. So, yeah. See you guys in the next video. Take care.